Let me start off by being very transparent. There is not much movement in the case of David D4vd and Celeste Rivas Hernandez at this point. However, KTLA did come out with an article today where they contacted LAPD to see if there's anything further that they could give them. And there was one small bit of information that's being talked about. So essentially what they said was they want to know, somebody hid the body of Celeste. What could the punishment be? And the LAPD told KTLA today that for all the big questions we still don't have answers to, there is one we do. LAPD says someone did conceal Celeste's body in that trunk, and regardless of the autopsy results, that in itself may be a crime. Now, I, multiple times throughout the day, am checking on the autopsy results, and they're still waiting on toxicology. Now, LAPD tells KTLA today that this remains an ongoing investigation and that the news release stands on its own. The news release that they had prior, which was from September 29th, so a while ago in this case at this point, and that they say it remains unclear whether there is any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of the body. The Robbery and Homicide Division, who is investigating this case, they said they're thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste Rivas Hernandez and her family. So KTLA went to their legal analyst, which is Allison, sorry for the last name, Trizel, and she explained what might be surprising is that concealing an accidental death is only a misdemeanor. It's a violation of California Penal Code Section 152. The maximum someone can receive in custody for this offense is up to 1 year in jail and a maximum fine of $10,000. So the big question goes back to the autopsy. Was how did Celeste pass? Was it an accident or was it schmurder? Another insight from the attorney is she points out that failing to report an accidental death is not a crime in the state of California. Therefore, in order to be convicted of a PC Section 152, the person must commit an overt act like moving, concealing, or hiding a body. So right now the questions are just, again, was the death accidental or not? Who put her body in the Tesla? All of that. Everything's still open. And the one other thing I just wanted to say, I know there's been some other videos that have come out recently in the past week or so, trying to say that there's updates or trying to give pieces of information. And I've checked them out because I've been following this case and trying to find something new to see if there's anything, any connection, any updates on this investigation. And the reality is there really isn't that much. And unfortunately, these videos are simply recycling old information. So some pill bottles were found in the home is the most recent update we got, and they were prescription, they were hydrocodone, and they were prescription. I don't know why we need an hour-long video about that. There's a lot of victims out there that need, their story told. So I just hope that we can acknowledge that Celeste's story needs to remain in the headlights. Absolutely, right? But I hope we can say, hey, let's not forget about this, and we need to keep on top of things, and also dedicate the time that we do have to making sure we're giving a voice to the voiceless. But that's the small update right now is what are we looking at for charges possibly, and still not being talked about from LAPD is something on top of my mind and a lot of others is what about the relationship that was between David and Celeste? Again, I have a long video on that, and you can find that on my YouTube channel that I've talked about before, but that's just the small updates. If you see anything that's coming through about it, that's the only thing that was said. Essentially one sentence, LAPD sticking to the story. Concealing a body is a crime. Punishment is not that much.